Action.
Okay, Tour de France.
Yes, what a Tour de France it's been, I must say.
Exciting.
Highlights so far, Daryl Impey winning a stage.
That was amazing. Love Daryl
It's huge
Impey.
for me.
It's a massive thing for a South African. I don't think people who don't watch a lot of cycling and stuff understands what it means to win a stage in the Tour de France. So for South African cyclists, the only one before that was Robbie Hunter, 2007, round about there.
Yeah.
The whole sprinting pack fell almost, and then there was a whole bunch left, and he was the quickest out of them, and he won a stage, took it. Daryl Impey did it actually. He was also the fastest out of the ones that were left, but
But it was tactical.
he's a class cyclist.
It was tactical. He had to work very hard to get himself in the front. I mean, there were several breakaways, and he clawed himself into each one of those breakaways, making up a bit of distance and time, which I thought his legs were going to be completely broken by the end, but he made it through.
Yeah.
And he was almost deceived on the line there by the other guy, squashing him into
the railings.
But he went around him, and well done.
Yeah.
It was brilliant.
Fairly open tour, we think, but we're leaning towards Geraint Thomas taking it again, but you won't really know until they go into the high mountains.
It's tough to call.
Bernal, we think, is too young, 22 years old.
Yeah,
not a lot of
I
experience.
think he's a bit too young.
3 weeks is a long time for a Tour de France.
Yeah, I mean, Thomas, the reason why I'm thinking more and more this guy's going to take it second time is because he can time trial like a champion.
Yeah.
So if he can claw back some, because he needs to make some minutes back on Alaphilippe, and if he can do that and be within like 10 or 20 seconds and then go into the time trial, I'm pretty sure that he'll take everybody in the time trial.
Yeah. But we'll only really see when we go into the high mountains how strong Quintana is and how strong Bernal is, because some of those guys, Thomas took a bit of time out of Bernal on a category 2 climb, so we haven't seen what Bernal can do on an out of category climb. Maybe he needs a 10% gradient or something to really, because that's what Quintana was like, or that's what Contador was like. They needed the really steep stuff to show what they can do. So.
Yeah, it's just very exciting, and I'm backing also Kruiswijk.
Yeah, I like Kruiswijk.
I actually think he's a contender still.
Yeah.
Depending on because he's looking good. He's climbing. I mean, he's
staying with the pack. He's not getting dropped.
I think he's lying fourth on the GC.
Frenchies are out.
Giacconi. What's his name?
Jabroni.
I don't know who you're talking about.
The young rider, the guy in the white jersey.
Ciccone,
Yeah, he looks kind of dangerous.
Yeah, one for the future, maybe.
Yeah.
The sprinters, it's a very interesting Tour de France for the sprinters.
Very.
Because there's no Cavendish, there's no Kittel, there's no Gaviria.
But also the sprints are like.
There's no Nasser Bouhanni.
There's some incline sprints.
Yeah.
So it suits guys like Sagan. And Matthews.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And like this Wout van Aert, who won a sprint stage.
That was a good win.
And he's not a sprinter, and he out-sprinted actual sprinters to win the stage. And he's like 22, 23 years old.
He's very highly rated.
Very, very highly rated.
But it's very different tour. There's like no clear favourite really. And,
there's no Cavendish who just wins every flat sprint, or a Kittel that wins every flat sprint. Yeah. It's sort of shared between Caleb Ewan, Viviani, Groenewegen, and then the hard guys like Sagan and Matthews. Yeah.
Sagan's just such an unbelievable cyclist.
Yeah, well, he's just going to take it again because he can go over a mountain and win the intermediate sprints.
That guy's my favourite.
Yeah, he's the best.
He's by far my favourite.
Yeah. Okay.
I just wish he could win the Tour de France. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But he won't.
No, he won't.
We all make
We'll chat again after the mountain stages to see who's really a contender.
Yeah.
Okay, can't wait for the high mountains.
Lekker.
Mountains Gandalf.
I'm so happy that Bardet is a